guys, I am coming to you today with Let's Talk About It. I don't know if you can see me clearly because of the sun and I'm driving, so you're going to go with me on my journey home. So we're going to see how this turned out. But the question is, what would you do if the guy you were dating or female that you were dating, when it came down to that special moment, they didn't know what they were doing? Let's talk about it. Let's say you were seeing someone and y'all decide to, hey, we're gonna date for a little while, court, whatever the word you want to use it. We're gonna get to know each other so that we'll be able to see, if we can have a relationship. And what if y'all decide to wait for a while and you and that person decide, okay, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend? Because back in the day, when you like somebody, you probably haven't did nothing with them, you probably didn't even kiss them, but you like somebody and you'll tell them, check the box, yes or no, if you're gonna be my girlfriend, boyfriend, whichever the case may be. But it's mostly the guys that were doing that. So what would you do if you and that person finally took that step and y'all decide to have that romance, should I say? And during that time you are doing that, that person didn't know what they were doing. What would you do? Excuse the face, the makeup, because all I got is the eyebrows on, okay? No eyelashes. I'm looking a hot mess. Just got off from work. I'm tired. But what would you do? How would you tell that person that they're not qualified? The person might be either, when it comes down to a guy, that person might be too small and don't know how to work it. So tell me, what would you do? Well, if you really like the person, let's say y'all been going on dates, this person has been, wine and dining you, giving you everything you pretty much want. He was showing you, hey, this is what I want. I would love to be with him. You know what I'm saying? I would love to, date, boyfriend and girlfriend. Possibly the way he's been treating me for these past 4 months. I want to, go further. What would you do? Well, if I was in that situation, I would probably tell that person, maybe we need to add some toys into our late night venture. But then some men, they get mad and they're like, well, if that toy can get you where you're trying to get to, then you don't need me. So they get offended. But what they don't realize, sometimes it takes a lot of work, to get girlfriend where she's trying to go. So that toy might just help you out, where you don't have to be in overdrive. You can just be in regular drive. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, all you have to do is just simply add something with it. Come on, make it where you can enjoy it. People are not doing that. People are sitting there talking all that noise. Oh, I got it going on, I can do this, and I'm like this, I want to keep it PG because I don't know who's looking, but they just I don't know. They talk a lot of talk, but then when it comes down to performing, they need some help, okay? But I would probably, like I said, add some toys to it, you know, to see how we can boost it up, you know. It's really hard to say, because some people will say, oh, that person, you know, she probably has been with a good amount of people, and that's why it's the way it is. You know, I'm under the light, guys, so I'm trying to make sure that light don't turn red, because I do not need a ticket. But I see my light in front of me has already turned green, so I'm good. But you just gotta find a way to make it enjoyable. And you know, I don't know, I guess I asked myself a tough question. But that's one thing I would do. And if it's for a woman and a man, it could be the point that it's a little different. Let's say the man is the one who's not satisfied, and the reason being is it may be a possibility that that man may have just a little too much for her, and it's like she's not enjoying it. Or maybe, you know, because he's that way, he doesn't know how to be soft and you know, take it slow. You know, you gotta learn how to honestly make love to the person's mind, because if you can do that and there's a problem, you can make it better than it is. Okay, a lot of people, they just look at, oh, it's an in and out situation, in and out, but it's not in and out. You have to both know what you are doing so that you can make that special occasion more romantic. But a lot of people, they don't. You know, if you hear how some of these guys these days, I can't even say some of the words that they're saying because it's just too much. But I'll use the bust the guts situation. You know, if somebody come to me and say, oh, I'm finna bust the guts and all of that, I'm gonna tell them, well, I don't know who guts you gonna bust, but it won't be this. So, right playing, wrong man. See ya. It'll be one of those numbers. But I always figure out when two people are, you know, getting to know each other and they're taking one step at a time. You know, some people may say one is too soon. And I look at it like, when I read Steve Harvey's book, The 90-Day Thing, I think that's enough time in reality, because it gives you time to get to know a person. And people don't realize it, but you really can fall in love with a person within, honestly, I'm going to say 30 days, because it depends on how often you and that person is spending time together. If you and that person is together, let's say, turn it a little bit. Let's say y'all are together, you know, almost every day, then yes, you can end up falling in love with that person within 30 days, because y'all constantly doing stuff together, you spending time together, you loving on each other. And it could be, the point is you loving on each other without even having the intimacy. I can't get that word out right, but you know what I'm saying. So it just really depends. But I think 90 days is the best, because it gives you 30 days to get to know the person, 30 days in reality to spend as much quality time as you're wanting with that person, as well as 30 days to see if this person is who I would want to be with. Because we've had people that get engaged within 6 months. We've had people who have gotten married within 6 months, because once you know that person and you used to that person, you know, you're feeling that, okay, I've known this, it feels like I've known this person forever. But it just really depends. I just feel that, I always said that if you meet a person for the very first time and you dating a person and you started dating them and y'all decided y'all want to get married within 6 months, then, or should I say engaged, they propose to you within 6 months, then I feel that at least a year, you know, because it takes a year to save. It takes a year to how would you say it, book everything. It takes time, and the way society is today, money ain't falling off trees. True, like your parents just say, you think money grow on trees? Heck no. You got to come up with that bread. Unless he's rich or she's rich. That's the only way you can get married and have a really nice wedding without, you know, got to borrow money. I'm not going to borrow no money to get married. I'm sorry. You got to save it or we ain't getting there. Are we going to say, can we elope? I do. That's the only way. Because it takes time. But back to my question. What would you do? So, I would like y'all to leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me if you ever was in this type of situation where, you know, the person was wonderful and everything, but when it came down to the, I keep trying to say this word, intimacy is what I'm trying to say, when y'all have y'all special moment, when it came down to it, okay, I know I just drove by and I seen somebody head at the what you call it, the sunroof, and I'm like, now they know they got down their road, that real road, not the little neighborhood road, but the real road, they're gonna get a ticket. Probably get license suspended, everything. But anyway, tell me, how do you feel? What would you do? How would you cope with it? Would you just break up with the person? What would you do? Now, I do know someone who told me that the guy they was dating, when I say he was slacking, baby, she said he was slacking. She said, do you see my thumb? And I looked at my thumb. You know, I got a nail on my thumb. So it's kind of hard to say. But she said, honey, it ain't even bigger than my thumb. Can't even bust a grape. I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? And she said she really cared about the person. It's just that apparently the person just, you know, was born with a little bit instead of a lot. And she used like toys to try to help the situation out. But, you know, sometimes toys is not enough in some occasions. You know, and I think that's why back in the day, you know, when you was growing up with grandma and grandpa, and how they used to say, you know, the Bible says that you should wait until marriage. And I guess if you wait until marriage, depending on the situation, you know, you are going to be to the point where you would have never had anyone else to show you what it's going to feel like. So that's why they made that rule, wait. But anyway, I am almost to my destination, so it was a pleasure hanging out with y'all for this little bit of time. But again, leave a comment, tell me what would you do, tell me, you know, you can even tell me your story, whatever you want to tell me. I don't mind. I want to hear it all. And share the video, see what your friends will think. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and hit that thumbs up. Tell me how much you like it. So again, what would you do? Okay guys, I'm gonna see you when we meet again. So I'm just gonna keep you on here long enough so I can park, and then I'm gonna end our video. So again, guys, thumbs up. Thanks for watching.